Hey, how's it going? Dylan here. Today we're going to be having a look at my predictions for the 2018 Emmy Awards. So for TV, like TV movies, TV series, etc. It's coming up next week on Tuesday my time, Monday US time. And I don't know if I'm going to get to watch it live, but I thought I'd get my predictions out because my wife and I, pretty much every year for all the awards shows, we kind of guess out of the nominees and see who wins, and then we get like a little present if we win. So it's always fun, and I did an Oscar predictions video earlier in the year, and that was quite popular. So let's get right into it. I'll pull up all the information on my screen, which is below my camera today. Bit of a different visual for you. So, let's get started here. So the 70th Emmy Awards, the Primetime Emmy Awards. So we start off with Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series or Movie. So this one here, I haven't seen a lot of the entries to this particular category this year. I'm trying to watch more before the awards, but it's obviously only a week, so. And also in Australia, half of these aren't available here really, so there's a downside to living in Australia on that way. So we've got Antonio Banderas, John Legend, Benedict Cumberbatch, Darren Criss, Jeff Daniels, and Jesse Plemons. So the only two people that I've seen their shows in this category were Jeff Daniels in Looming Tower very recently, because Amazon's now in Australia, and Jesse Plemons in USS Callister, which is a Black Mirror episode from this year. And I'm going to be picking Jesse Plemons because USS Callister was fantastic, and I'm a really big fan of Jesse Plemons since his early days, obviously, and he's become really great little actor to follow. And then we head over to actresses in a limited series or movie. Now, in this one is a similar kind of fate. This one I've only actually seen one of these performances so far. Again, kind of because I live in Australia and not all of these are available here. But I'm going to be picking Jessica Biel for The Sinner. We'll move on to Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, which, again, I'm not a huge comedy person, really, like for TV, that much. And I haven't really seen almost any of these entries. But I'm going to be picking Donald Glover for Atlanta, definitely. Move on to Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, which is kind of my kind of category. We've also got Jason Bateman from Ozark, Matthew Rhys from The Americans, Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us, Milo Ventimiglia, This Is Us, Ed Harris from Westworld, and Jeffrey Wright from Westworld. So two from Westworld. My front runners for this category would probably be Jason Bateman, Matthew Rhys, Ed Harris, and Jeffrey Wright, but they are the ones I've actually seen. I was a really big fan of Ozark, but The Americans' final season was utterly fantastic, so I'm going to have to go with Matthew Rhys for that one. Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Again, I have not seen many of these. I chose Rachel Brosnahan for Marvelous Miss Maisel. And we head over to Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. So we've got the frontrunners from me here would be Kerry Russell from The Americans, Claire Foy from The Crown, and Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld. I'm going to be going with Kerry Russell from The Americans because I think that show doesn't get anywhere near the praise it deserves, and I'm a really big fan of it. The final episode especially was just fantastic. We move on to Outstanding Children's Program, which we've got, it's an interesting category, which I'm going to be picking A Series of Unfortunate Events, partly because it's the only real one I've seen out of these. Outstanding Cinematography for a Limited Series or Movie. So here we've got Fahrenheit 451, Picasso, Godless, The Alienist, and also Twin Peaks and USS Callister. For me, this category was a real toss-up between Twin Peaks and USS Callister, but I'm going to have to go with Twin Peaks because episode 8, which is the episode that's nominated. Had some utterly, probably the most interesting visual images in a TV show I've ever seen. Utterly fantastic episode. Outstanding comedy series. Don't watch much comedy, but I chose Glow, I believe. I'm just going to do the categories that I actually have interest in this video. Got outstanding commercial, which I'd have to go with It's a Tide ad. We've got outstanding directing for a drama series, so this is very much my category. We've got 2 Game of Thrones episodes. We've got Beyond the Wall and Dragon and the Wolf. We've got Ozark: The Toll, Ozark: Tonight We Improvise, Stranger Things Chapter 9, The Crown, and The Handmaid's Tale. For this one, I'm going to have to go with Jason Bateman for Ozark: The Toll, because I think that was a really ridiculously well-directed episode. He is actually a really good director. Got outstanding directing from a limited series, movie, or dramatic special. So for this particular one, I went with Twin Peaks, obviously. Big Twin Peaks fan. Now we've got outstanding drama series. So we've got Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, The Americans, The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, This Is Us, and Westworld. For this one, I'm going with The Americans because I think the final season was utterly fantastic, as I said before, and this series is just awesome. I'm amazed that more people haven't seen this series. Got outstanding television movie, easily, USS Callister. Outstanding musical composition for a limited series, movie, or special. For this particular one, I'm going with USS Callister again. Outstanding musical composition for a series, an original dramatic score. Got Game of Thrones, Dragon and the Wolf, a Jessica Jones episode, Once Upon a Time, SEAL Team, Star Wars Rebels, and Westworld. Specifically, Akane no Mai episode. So I'm going to go with Westworld with this one because that one was really well scored, that episode. And we've got outstanding supporting actor in a drama series. Obviously, this is a real hard one for me to choose. There's so many good performances here. I've seen all of them except one. So I've got, obviously, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Peter Dinklage, Mandy Patinkin, David Harbour, Matt Smith, and Joseph Fiennes. Joseph Fiennes is the only performance there I haven't seen. Haven't seen any of The Handmaid's Tale yet. This was a toss-up for me between Jaime Lannister and Tyrion Lannister, and I ended up going with Tyrion Lannister for my personal preference. So, Pete Dinklage. Outstanding supporting actress in a drama series. Obviously, this one's another big one. We got Lena Headey, Millie Bobby Brown, Vanessa Kirby, Yvonne Strahovski, Alexis Beadle, Anne Dowd, and Tandy Newton. For this particular one, I'm actually going with Tandy Newton because I think she did a really good job in Season 2 of Westworld. Outstanding sound editing for a comedy or drama series. 1 out. We've got Game of Thrones: The Spoils of War, Homeland: All In, Star Trek: Discovery, Stranger Things Chapter 8, Westworld: Akane no Mai. So for this one I ended up going with Game of Thrones because of that episode I really enjoyed. Outstanding writing for a drama series. We've got Game of Thrones, Dragon and the Wolf. I saw Stranger Things Episode 9, The Americans Start, which is the final episode. Definitely going with The Americans with this one because that final episode was fantastically written. Just everything came together really well. So we've got outstanding casting for a limited series. Movie or special, I went with The Looming Tower with that one. Outstanding sound editing for a limited series, movie or special. For this particular one, I went with Twin Peaks Part 8 because it's utterly great. Outstanding main title design, I picked Westworld by far. Outstanding special visual effects, in this particular one, I didn't go with Game of Thrones because I actually thought the visual effects were possibly a little rushed for that final episode, Beyond the Wall. I actually ended up going with Westworld: The Passenger because their visual effects is just always so much on point. Outstanding casting for a drama series, I went with Westworld as well for the casting of James Delos. Outstanding cinematography for a single camera series. Legion is nominated in this, and I'm instantly going with that because Legion has some of the best cinematography on television, full stop. It is a really great use of switching between anamorphic and spherical lenses depending on what they're trying to show. So for that reason, Legion is just right up there. Now we come to Outstanding Writing for a Limited Series Movie or Dramatic Special, which I ended up going for Twin Peaks because it's Twin Peaks. Come on. Vicky went for USS Callister. We try not to choose the same things in our categories. Outstanding Single Camera Picture Editing for a Drama Series. 3 Game of Thrones episodes nominated. We've got Beyond the Wall, Dragon and the Wolf, Spoils of War, and Stranger Things and Handmaid's Tale. I went with Game of Thrones, The Spoils of War. I think that's by far the better edited of them. Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or Movie. For this particular one, I ended up going with Michael Stolberg in The Looming Tower. Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Limited Series or Movie, I went with Letitia Wright for Black Mirror. And it's Outstanding Cinematography for a Single Camera Series Half Hour, I went with End of the Effing World. And that's pretty much it in the categories that I'm really interested in and that we kind of score with. We obviously did pick some for the other ones, but they're kind of just random choices since we don't really know them. And so I hope you enjoyed my quick list. Just a quick video today, super short because I'm super busy, everything's going on. But I'm looking forward to watching it with my wife, and we'll see who won and who gets a prize. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Hit subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter. What are your Emmy predictions? What do you think of mine? Do you think I'm crazy? Etc, etc. Let me know. Anything. Watch out for a bunch of videos this week. The schedule's getting really busy for October. Look out for a ton of Blu-ray review unboxings, movie reviews, advanced movie reviews, a new Netflix review at the start of October as well. So really cool stuff. Possibly another Netflix review in the next week or so. So watch out for that. As always, till next time, take care.